Hey, ladies and gents, Joel Brandon Plan. We are back here with some more Project Zomboid. We're gonna get into day 29 of the 1000 Days series. Andrew, thank you for that subscription on Twitch. I appreciate you, man. Um, that was pretty quick. That was pretty quick, man. Thanks, Eddie. I appreciate you. All right, making sure that we are good on YouTube, that it's being filtered into the chat here so I can see YouTube as well. It's connected, so it should be. It just hasn't connected yet. Yep. Okay. Successful. Let me go ahead and do a quick via in the chats and see if they shoot out to YouTube and Twitch, and they did. We are good to go. We are good. Gouda. Gouda. Gouda, Gouda, Gouda. Gouda, Gouda, Gouda. Good stuff. Good stuff. I need to make sure. All right, I do need to hear myself very quickly because I need to see if I need to turn on this fan that's behind me. It was incredibly warm today. It was 80 degrees today, in comparison to where it's been recently. So let me go ahead and check that out real quick. Where it's been recently. So let me go ahead and check that out real quick. Where it's been recently. So let me go ahead and check that out real quick. Where it's been recently. So let me go ahead and check that out real quick. I guess I should pause the desktop audio because all it's going to do is continue to boomerang now. Damn it. All right, we should be good. It doesn't seem like it's picking it up, which is nice because I got a tower fan just blaring on me from like 8 feet away. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get our butts in here. We're looking at day 29. I've got to remember where I have been. Interestingly enough. Andrew, once again, thank you for the subscription on Twitch. I appreciate you. Obviously, I don't necessarily do this full time. It's more of a keep myself busy type thing, but I'd say I do it on a part-time basis, and it does help out a lot. It does help out a lot. Um, I think with my computer hitting 6 years old now, it might be the time to be able to start saving up for a new computer here in the next couple of years. So we're gonna do that. Leanne, but that is a name I haven't seen in a long freaking time. Holy moly. I used to play 7 Days to Die with you a long time ago. Like, a long time. Crazy. All right, so I could go for a whole pizza. That checks out. All right, so we're gonna get into this. We are on day 29. I mean, the easiest way I can say with him is many of us had our ups and downs with him, but at the same time, no one deserves to go out unknown if they did. So I do know as a disabled content creator myself that if I went, I would want someone to know. And who knows how long it would be before my mom knew. You know, she lives 2 hours away. And we talk once every couple weeks and stuff like that. So how long is before they know? Who knows before the thousands of people I've met over the years from all around the world would know, if ever. On top of the fact that no one wants to go silently, I guess you can say. So I hope the best for him, but unfortunately, there's no more trail. So the only thing we can hope is that there's something out there. Um, I might have some ideas, but we'll have to figure it out. We'll have to figure it out. I'm just hoping that something pops up. I'm waiting on the letter to be able to come, and maybe something comes, within that period of time, and then we'll see. We shall see. I appreciate the support, though. It's never a good time to be able to see a person you have been pretty connected with over the last decade disappear. So, oh, there's nothing outside the state of Kentucky. The stuff that I found was essentially what you are going to find on him. So, um, it would require there's only one other way that we could do a search pattern on him, and it would require searching his military record to be able to find out. That would be the only other way that it would be possible. But we are going to get into this. Because that would be the best way to be able to get a connection there. All right, let's get into this. I am just realizing I'm agitated. I'm hopeless, hungry, a little uncomfortable. I think we've been in the rain too much. There's a possibility. I appreciate you, Leon. All right, we're gonna get into this. Once again, as always, you guys on YouTube and Twitch. I am recording for a possible 1,000 Days in Zomboid series. So what I do is I will pause them to be able to answer chats. Those will still be on the unedited channel, the smaller unedited channel with like 600 and something subs on it. The main channel on YouTube with 14,000 subs, actually, we are 200 away from 15,000, which is crazy. On YouTube, we'll get the edited portions later on. All right, let's get into it, though. We are starting up at day 29. I'm going to take a swiggy sooty. And we'll get into it. We've got 3 days to do on here, so let's get to it. Day 29. We're going to go ahead and turn off this alarm, otherwise we're just going to alert everything. Now, the thing that I need to figure out is maybe a comfortable spot. Are we good here? I think we're good here for the time being. I want to read up on this book before we even get there. Pretty sure there's going to be food in one of these still. Yeah, I mean, there's maple syrup and cow's milk and stuff like that in there. And there's some fresh carrots still. We might as well grab that, eat that. Oh. Some potato dots in there. We don't need any of that. I mean, we can always take food with us, right? Like, it's not going to hurt to be able to take food with us. So I think that's what we need to do, is we're going to search up a couple of things in here. I mean, look at this. The couple of things we can bring with us, and then the other things that we can keep within the truck as well. I could, honestly, not a bad... Oh my god, I just realized. Hold on a second. How much weight do we have on us? 17. I'd have to get it down, but we could. Let's eat a quarter of that. I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to get that weight down. And I'm going to drop a... If I can find one in here. I don't know if there's one in here. Is there only one per building? There might only be one per building. Alright, if that's the case, we need to go to the next building. Which I don't know how that's going to go. Factory King can go in there. Alright, we can do the spear in there right now. The ratchet wrench can go in there. Claw and ball peen hammers can go in there. Flashlight can go in there. Okay, we are really, really low on this. I could probably just put the remainder of the cereal in there. We'll get below... Ah, we're not below 10. Damn. Hmm. What I could do to be able to play it safe here is we're going to go 3 with a butterfly knife. I'm going to drop the meat cleaver in the backpack. That gets us below the 10. Okay. That gets us below the 10. I mean, I could also drop off the food that I just picked up. Probably would have been the smarter thing to do. But what I'm going to do is I am going to go over here real quick. I probably should have just brought the damn truck over, but whatever. We're going to deal with it this way. And then I'm going to go ahead and steal... I mean, we can grab food from here as well. Didn't even think about that. Alright, there should be another one up here. Next floor? Next floor? Yes, right there. Oh, there's items in container. There's a tongs in here. We're gonna... Please don't put me above weight. Thank you. Is the frying pan gonna put me above weight? I really hope not. Damn, well. We're gonna try something here. I'm gonna drop the frying pan on the ground because if I pick this up and then I put the other stuff in my backpack, it should be fine. So, let's pick this up. I just realized we can't pick it up because it's... Damn it. There. Damn it. What are you guys doing here? Come on. Are you kidding me? We're that low. Oh my god. You know what? Screw the dry ramen noodles, because apparently they have a freshness rating on them now. There we go. Give me this. Dear Lord. Pick up the frickin' stove. There we go. And then on the ground, there's some firewood there. We'll pick up and put in our backpack. A tree branch, a frying pan. And then we can even pick up the frickin' ramen noodles again. There we go. And then we'll just slowly yet surely shrug our way back down there to be able to get all this stuff back down. As long as we don't kill ourselves. As long as we don't hurt ourselves too bad. We're going to get a lot of muscle strain from carrying this, but yeah. And we'll also get damage to the rest of us. Come on. Can I run? I can walk fast. There we are. The injury is just from over-encumbrance, so I'm not too worried about that. Alright, get back here. I did say that I wanted to put one of these stoves in here, so... If I put it there, it's not going to get in the way. Yeah. We should be fine. There we go. And then we can destroy the firewood for fuel. We can destroy the tree branch for fuel. Just to be able to get us started here. It'll give us a nice little warm area in here. Um, Unfortunately, the ramen noodles is not going to do it. It's not going to cut it. Can we... Frying pan can just go directly in there. We have food can go in here, so I will grab... All of this can just go in here. The dry ramen noodles, unfortunately, cannot... I mean, you know what? We can just drop all the food in there. It's fine. It's fine. What are we required to build? Because we don't have a pot on us right now, so whatever. We're really not hungry, so I'm not too worried about it. I will go ahead and put that back on my back, put that back on my belt right, put that back on my belt left. And then can opener can go in here. All right, we should be good here. What I need to do right now is I need to sit my butt down on the ground and focus on reading this damn book. It's going to take a little bit to be able to do, but it's going to be really, really key because then I can put armor on this vehicle completely, which will help out quite a bit. So let's get into the fast read here. Can we go a little bit faster? I mean, we can't. I mean, we can go faster than that, but we need more water. So we'll read until about... How much is this getting us in skill? We're up to a 1% or 1 times multiplier right now. All right, so I'm going to speed it up, and then we'll go till 4 p.m., which is 1500. Or 1600. There we go. We're hungry and we're thirsty. So let's go ahead and drink. The other thing I wanted to try while I'm in here, and I don't know if it's going to work, but there is a possibility that will, is I wanted to also see if there's like water collectors up top, and if there is, if I can just plumb a sink in here, which is a possibility. All right, let's pause this up and answer chat. I've been playing Vane. It's really good. Game PZ meets first person Unreal Engine. Yeah, I have Vane. I have Vane. Unfortunately, I have, for some reason, my computer has problems. It and OBS do not like each other, and they go really, really wonky. To the point that I get a lot of like dropped frames and stuff like that, so I haven't been able to stream it. So I'm really hoping they optimize it quite a bit. There is another Project Zomboid-like game that is coming out that looks really freaking good. It's actually like Project Zomboid in space. It's actually by a maker of one of the mods for Project Zomboid, so it'll be interesting. But Vane is pretty solid, so. All right, let's get back to this. All right, so what I want to do is see if I can't pick this up real quick. It's 30 anyways, so I mean, we should be able to. All right, we just place it right here just to get it out of the way right now. And then I'm going to try to grab a sink real quick while we're at it. I realize I was reading. I get that I was reading, but, you know, it's not going to hurt to try to grab a... Oh, you know what? It might hurt to try to grab a sink because I don't have a freaking pipe wrench. My pocket back inside. All right, we should have a pipe wrench in here. There we go. We're tired, aren't we? Oh, we're slightly hungry. We are hopeless. So let's take some antidepressants. Take care of that hopelessness, hopefully. All right. Let's get out. We do have a little bit of armor. We don't have the front armor. We don't have the bull bar. We have some window armor, and we have the chains on our tires. And unfortunately, that is it right now, so... Oop, didn't want to do that. Alright, my question is, can we Pick up. All right, so there's a 25% chance to be able to break a sink. We got it. And we have a mahogany counter. We got them both. Nice. Nice, easy, quick pickup. Hey, and the rain is gone. Fantastic. We are still getting more of this done, which is awesome because this could really turn into a like home away from home if I wanted it to. So, let's go ahead and do that. Come on. All right, this is the type of sinks I like too. All right, hopefully we can plumb this. I'm really hoping we can plumb this. Plum a porcelain. There we go. We can. That's actually awesome. Let me see what we have access to. Well, right now it's unlimited. I get that, but because the water's still on. You know what? We'll wash ourselves up. Still freaking huge. I'm just realizing washing ourselves off actually helped our attitude a little bit, which is cool. So sit on the ground. Let's finish this book off. We really need to get this book out of the way. That way we can start working on that welding again. So let's do this real quick. We'll ping that, and then we will hope that we can get... We're at a multiplier of 2 right now, so... It's already 5:30 p.m., so I don't think we're... Well, actually... You know what? We'll speed it up even a little bit more here. We will speed it up even a little bit more here. It's already 7 p.m., so... Hopefully... 8 p.m. 9 p.m. And it is 9:40 p.m., but we did get the book done. Hopefully we can go ahead and tear a lot of stuff apart here. Let me grab the... Where's the book? I thought I had books in here. There we go. Toss that in there. Let's get our butts outside and see if we can't tear down... I mean, it's still dry. It's still good out, so there we go. I guess I don't need that pipe wrench on me anymore. Also, never put my antidepressants back. And never put my respirator back on, interestingly enough. Put that as a primary and put the pipe wrench back on us. Pretty sure we have the welder's mask, so yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to take the... We can remove the propane tanks here. And then I'll use these propane tanks to fill up my torches real quick. And hopefully we could refill at least... Oh, no, that one's empty. At least a couple more here. I could probably bring some propane tanks with me, but I don't think we necessarily need them. Oh, that propane tank's already empty. Oh, no. These ones don't have everything in them. Okay, so maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to be able to bring a propane tank with me, because I think we can fill up like 4 torches over the course of 1 propane tank, so... I mean, this one's going to be 4 right here, so... 4... 5... Yeah, so that was 5. Okay, so if that's the case, we can go ahead and let's just grab the dang propane tanks. And then I'll fill those up at my freaking gas station. And they can be taken with me when I'm working on welding. So, it's getting dark out. It's getting dark out here. could just... Pretty sure we got a flashlight on us, right? Swear we had a flashlight on us. We do, it's right here. So insert another battery. There we go. On the ground here, there's another empty propane tank. As I said, we can just toss these in the vehicle right now. And then we'll fill them up later. I think we should be able to tear down some more stuff real quick. Let me go ahead and place these. There we go. Get out from the RV. And let's tear down some more vehicles here real quick before we go to bed tonight. The other thing I want to do is clear out these stores. And then that right there. Might as well, right? We have been emptying all this stuff into here, so why don't we go ahead and take all that. I didn't see how much it gave me. If that just gave me 50, that's wild. So we are at 56.13. How much is this going to give me? 82. So that's like 26 per. That's not shabby. I mean, that one just gave me like 40, so I mean, what the heck? It's all over the place. It is all over the place, man. All right. I think what we are going to do is we're just going to waste our time doing this real quick. Getting as many of these torn down as we can. That's 166. We just got like 40 for that one. So some of these vehicles are definitely giving us more. Yeah, it's 200. Just really hope that we've got enough welding torches left. We've got 2 more welding torches, so we can tear down 2 more of these. Oh, never mind. We cannot. I thought we had to... Oh, it's empty. It's nearly empty, that's why. Are there any more? There are not. There are not any more. I was going to say we could fill up more propane tanks, but there are none left. So we would not be able to get any more out of here, I don't think. Probably shouldn't leave that door open if I'm doing this. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Damn. I was hoping, but it's a not happening. We will stop to be able to pick all those up. We are near like level 3 already. I kind of want to get that vehicle as well. We might take that vehicle for towing back with us. And then we'll pile the rest of this up. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get this stuff off of us. Unfortunately, we have no more propane. And we are kind of out of it. So let's get back into this. We are full up here already, full up there already. And we're already working on full up on this one, which is crazy. So get that, get that, get that, get that. All these things can be useful for blacksmithing. I'm tearing down for welding right now, but they're going to be useful for blacksmithing, which is going to be freaking great later on, as we get the compound built up here. Now, we are on the south side of town. I do know we're going to need to go out the north side of town, and it's going to be a pain in the butt. But hopefully we can clear the damn town before we even think about that. Like, I still have a feeling we're going to be looking at like 10 to 15,000 zombies within this area. I don't think it's going to be anything less than that. We've already seen way too many to be able to guess that it's not going to be. Alright, so we can go ahead and move the empty welding torches back there, put that welding torch back there because we're not going to be using it. We can wear our military helmet, and we'll keep the respirator off for the night because it's not going to be something we need to wear. It's just going to make us uncomfortable if we do. I still don't have, unless, I can make a stir fry with the ramen noodles. All right, cool. There we go. Was that it? We can add salt to seasoning. There we go. That works. We can add seasoning, salt to seasoning. That's gonna be really salty. Do we have anything in here that we can add to it? Apparently not. I suppose there's really not that much food stuffs in there. Curious. The multi-tool, so it should be fine. I love the fact that they actually have the can opener animation now. That's fantastic. All right, so can we put chili in the stir fry? We can. Ramen and chili stir fry. That's actually freaking awesome. That is actually freaking awesome, man. You know what? What is that? 26 hunger, boredom, unhappiness is good. You know what? We'll do that. We'll do that. Toss that in there. I don't know if we can light it up. Yeah, we have no lighting material. That probably doesn't help. Did I grab a lighter of some sort? Matches. Matches or a lighter, please. I don't smoke in this playthrough, so it's kind of... Well, crap. That's not going to work. Let's get out the back of the RV. There should be maybe something in the back here. Or not. Curious. Can I... I was thinking, can I use those propane lantern bottles to be able to refill the propane torches? But no. You cannot. Matches? A lighter. I suppose it would be already disposable lighter, wouldn't it? Yeah. Plank. We'll take the planks because I can toss those in there for like lighting up things and all types of other things. There's a welding torch. It's not a good condition one. Didn't realize it was in there. Or it's not a full one, I should say. How do we still not have? Also, we'll take those long sticks. I swear we had a freaking lighter somewhere. You know what? I know where we can get one really quick. This is not smart to do when it's this late at night, by the way. Shouldn't be running around all over the place. I'm just hoping that... Oh, what the hell? Dude, I had something in my freaking... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You know what? Whatever. I didn't have a freaking knife in my hand. I thought I had the knife in my hand. Okay, we just fucked up our elbow. We just screwed up our elbow. Oh. Oh! We got maps. We got an Antique Collectors Weekly, which is propane from corpse. That's interesting. That's actually really interesting. Prepare pizza. Ooh. Oh, welder monthly books. Freaking awesome. Survival. What's the medical magazine? Improves suture and disinfectant. It's actually freaking huge, man. Um, magazine, like clockwork, we didn't need. Wildlife preserve. I don't think we have that one. I came in here for one thing, and I'm looking for other, and I'm looking through and grabbing other things. Dude, tell me there's no. Are you shitting me? Okay, it might. It's probably this shelf back here. There we are. All right, we got a lighter. We got a lighter. We got a matchbook. We got this. Oh, cool. There's also food in here. Is there anything that we can add to? Ooh. Nothing that we can really add to. I mean, we could do the beef jerky in there. We could probably chop up some beef jerky and put it in there. Make something else out of it. All right, well, that sucked. Our elbow, you could probably hear that. That is that loud to be across a river and 12 stories down. Like you are revving your rice burner that hard. That's crazy. Did someone say blacksmithing? Yeah, there's blacksmithing in this. There's blacksmithing in this. Blacksmithing, your hobby IRL. Ooh, cool. All right, we are tired, but let's just go ahead and get everything set up here. Let's light this bad boy with one of many things. You know what? We're gonna rag light you. And then let's go ahead and destroy a plank. And we want to keep the... Oh, that's right. I wanted to add... Oh, no. I wanted to add the beef. There we go. Now we got ramen, chili, and beef jerky stir fry. 36 hunger. Nice. And it is cooking. It is cooking. Oh, we have more beef jerky in there. I could have added more. Let's add more then. Look at all that unhappiness. That's crazy. 45 hunger. Damn. That's freaking amazing. All right. Didn't want to do that. Wait, did it turn off? No, the fire's still on. It just doesn't look like it. Come on, dinner. Cook up. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. We really want food. This is taking a long time to cook. Damn. I suppose it's in a freaking... What do you call it? All right, you know what? We are going to eat all of this. It's going to fill us up so much. It's crazy. We're going to full to bursting. We're still losing weight, which is fine with me. We're going to put out this fire because we don't need it that hot in here when it's like 70-something degrees outside. I honestly don't need the flashlight on either. We can put the frying pan back in there. That's freaking awesome. That is amazing. We are going to do... I think what we're going to do is we're going to put the maps in here. And we're also going to put, like, the lighters and stuff like that in there. And then maybe what I will do is... Why don't we destroy these planks? Which gives me 5 hours with fuel. There we go. So it'll be good for cooking. So we have our water, we have our ability to cook. I think that's good stuff. I think that's good stuff. Good and ready here. And that got us underweight, so. We will grab all these mags. Put those in there. The only thing we need is like a trash can in here, honestly. And then we can put the long sticks in here for our spear collection. And we are going to get our butts to bed. Oh, we can't fit any more in there. Oh my god, we filled a freaking crate up with spears. I guess let's just place them. How do I put these up here? Oh my god, it's not letting me put it up here. Where is it? We'll try. Okay, maybe it is. It just doesn't look like it. That's fine. There we go. Now our weight should be really, really down. It is. It's nice and down. All right, that is good stuff. We are going to get some rest, though. You, your friends, your family, and your loved ones, please stay safe out there. We will see you guys again tomorrow for day number 20. No, it'll be day 30. It'll be day 30. Let's get some sleep, and hopefully we can start working on some of this other stuff here. Have a good night. Let's turn on that alarm. Have a good night. All right, that's the end of the day 29 recording. There we go. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to find a camera strong enough to take the heat so I can start streaming it. Hmm. I do know there's multiple blacksmithing. There's multiple blacksmith streams out there. So it might be the good way to be able to do that. For blacksmithing stream, cameras capable of handling high heat include ruggedized industrial cameras with active cooling. They do the Mix 7793HX rated up to 500 Celsius. So I mean, if you just Google camera with enough heat tolerance for blacksmith stream, you can find quite a few of them. There's one specialized for stuff like that. And teach your Italian passion to others and pass the torch on the way. Yep. Always good stuff. Always good stuff to be able to see that do its thing. Always good stuff. What is going on here? Oh, was this Dally finishing? All right, let's go ahead and what am I going to name this episode? Because we really didn't get it done. Um, you know what? We'll name it Mobile Base, or I don't know, something like that along those lines. Something along those lines. We'll grab this. Brush that, bring that up here. This will be day 29. Yeah, we'll just name it Mobile Base for the time being. Just to be able to get that done. So we got day 30 here starting up. All right. Hope you guys are all enjoying yourself, just chilling out. Alexa, what's the temperature outside? Thank you. I should never have turned Alexa on to sassy mode. I have Alexa Plus, so I should never have done that. She's a smartass. But it's 62 degrees outside, so good enough to be able to keep the windows open for now. It's nice and cool, but it's nice and warm, but not too warm. So nice, good balance. Like 60 to 70 degrees is amazing. All right, let's get started on day 30 here then. That was kind of a quick day, you know. This is what it is. Sometimes you're gonna have quicker ones, sometimes we're gonna have longer ones. It'll just make it easier to chop down for time as we get into the very long ones. Like the thing I'm not looking forward to right now is the fact that eventually I'm going to hit like 500 days plus, and then I'm gonna have to chop down a 1 through 500 day series to within like 12 hours or something like that. And then if I survive the 1,000 days, imagine having to chop down 1 to the 1,000. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be freaking a nightmare, but hopefully it'll get done. And hopefully I'll have enough content where at that point it'll be out so far that I will have the time to, and people will still get the updated days. All right, let's get in here. We are going to get started with day number 30 of our possible 1,000 Days in Zomboid series here. So let's try it. Day 30. Oh, my word. We definitely don't need that flashlight on us, and we don't need you. Let's go ahead and get that out of our hands. That way we can put away the flashlight. You know what, the tin can go there as well. Welding torch empty can go there as well. We'll put on our respirator. I don't know if we really need it right now, but I mean, we're no moodles, which is fantastic. We did screw our arm up there real quick, and that's a right forearm. It is infected. Great. All right, let's scrub this thing down. Heavy pain. I get it. Let's bandage it up. That's fine. That's fine. All right, let's get our butt out of the RV. We should be good. We just need to pick up that stuff on the way out. And then probably raid the food market if we can. So, we probably won't be coming back here. Yeah, we probably won't be coming back here. Let's go ahead and put our welding stuff in the designated one that we have here. We'll put the tongs in there as well. But then we'll put the welding torches in here. If there's any room in these. There's some room in those. We'll put the ratchet and the pipe wrench in there. Factory key, which I don't know why we'd need that. Or just put that there. Whatever. The claw hammer and the flashlight can actually just go on my person. That way we can use our backpack for this. And let's just go ahead and close that off. Should be underweight still. Let's do this. Open her up. And we'll pick up our welding stuff that we left on the ground. And then empty out that market while we're at it. Oops. As I said, I don't know if we're ever going to come back here. Let me check on the... I don't remember if I ever looked in here. I did like in this one. I didn't look in the next one, is what it was. Let me go take a look at the next one real quick while we're at it. It's getting really hot. It's 67 degrees out, man. The hell do you mean hot? The hell you mean? Doesn't make any damn sense. Oh, get good stuff out of here. Get all that good stuff out of there. All right, let's go check on this one. I didn't open this one up before, so yeah, we can't. So we just need to disassemble the door. I'm not exactly trusting of that. Oh, this one is like full-fledged. Oh, screw you. I don't know what we can do with this. Wait, we can't... We disassemble the door? Well, that's less than ideal. How do we do this? Unlock door. Okay. We can't disassemble the door. We can't unlock the door. Can I? I can't hop a fence. Can I disassemble? No, I can't disassemble that. What about just disassembling the fence? I mean, we'd need a welding torch and stuff like that, but... And I get that. I'm kind of interested what's in there because that is what it is now. You know what? Let's just go ahead and grab these piles real quick, and then I will take a look in there because that has me interested. That does have me interested. Especially since I know I should be able to bust in there. So, let's get this stuff off of us for now. Really freaking interested in that. Oh, dude, we're already full up on that, damn. We have filled up so much in here. So, if we got a crowbar, I think we can bust it down with a crowbar. We'll come back and grab these piles in a second. I just want to do this real quick. All right, so let's equip this with both hands. Damn, this door is taking a beating. Okay. Let's go out here and check to be able to make sure that we haven't drawn any zombies in. All that banging could bring some in, so I just want to be safe here. Can we not bust these open anymore? Oh, there we go. Damn. That took so much to get through there. All right. We're good. First and foremost, let's take a look at the... I mean, we're going to grab the doorknob. What do we have? Dude, if this is all old newspapers, I'm going to be so pissed. There's a TV in there. A buckle. You're telling me that this... A metal baseball bat. Okay, that does make it slightly worth it. And then some photographs. And some sunflower seeds. Yeah, I don't want to talk about this. I guess we'll take... we can find a better TV than that. That's so freaking disappointing. It's ridiculous. We are going to go ahead and fill our water up here real quick before we deal with this, because that was, yeah, less than ideal is kind of the understatement of the century. What is that up here? Is that seltzer bottle? It's only a 1 liter. We needed 2 liter bottles if we grab anything. So, all right, it is what it is. Let's just pick up these piles. And then we will try to empty out the grocery store as much as we can. Just realizing there's more piles over there, too. Yeah, we can put those out. All right. Oh, I wanted to get this vehicle, too. That's right. I completely forgot about that. Wanted to get that vehicle, too. Completely forgot about that. Because we're going to be down here, I might as well grab it, you know? Let's grab all that. All right, we were able to open that. But the thing that's nice about it is we were able to open up a lot of the road down here as well, so not too bad. Let's go ahead and take a look in here real quick and see if I can't, like, remove a window or something like that. This is actually really good condition. There'd be another one that would be really nice to, we can't. Um, there's no back doors, so that's not going to work. I suppose we're going to smash the window, which sucks, but whatever. Nothing much else in there. JS 2000 shotgun with some shotgun shells. There is a... Alright. Let's hotwire this bad boy. Come on. I think there's some gas in this, so... Come on. There we go. Oh, you know what? Did I empty the gas out of this? I might have. I might have emptied the gas out of this when I was filling up the rest of it before. Yeah, it's out of gas. Good little truck there, though. I don't know if I have any gas cans on me. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to put that in a way where I can get that on there. Why don't we do this real quick? We'll hop in. We'll drop this stuff off. I will see if I have a gas can. I don't know if I do. We have a gas can in one of these. Nope. Nope. And nope. What about in the back of the vehicle? Actually, really shocked that we do not have a gas can back here. If we don't. Oh, I suppose it would be underneath empty gas can. It would. Oh, there it is. Right there. Do we have a... The other thing we might not have is a hose. Didn't even think about that. We would need a hose to be able to make this work. Hmm. And I don't think I brought one with me. Damn it, I don't think I did. Like, you have one in here? Or, we could just have gas in a gas can. That works for me too. That works for me. Let's just add the gasoline. That works out much better. That works out. Get the handy knife in there. Wait. No, I don't want to do that. There we go. All right. Let's get this vehicle connected to the back of our truck, and then we will fill up. Not liking this. Dear Lord, that door is off. That's a smooth freaking drive. I like that. There we go. We should have plenty of room back here. Let's actually toss the gas cans back here. All right. Sadly, there's not going to be a lot in here. Well, I mean, there's going to be a lot in here. A lot of this is going to be it's going to be all rotten in this stuff. But we're going to get a ton of canned food and other things out of here, which is going to be freaking fantastic because we need it. Unfortunately, we do not have a lot of foodstuffs right now. I haven't really found a larger, like, Gigamart or something like that, so. There's a fresh sesame bagel in here. I'm just going to go ahead and eat that. Damn. Okay, that checks out. We'll grab the cartons of juice. We're gonna leave the canned soda. Unfortunately, all this stuff is no good. Damn. Lots of stuff to be able to create meals with. Love that. Lots of seasonings. Love that. What do we got here? Not a dang thing, but we have one at the base. Don't need the mayonnaise. We'll take the lard. We'll take the cow's milk and the margarine. Alright, and then we should be able to empty these out right now. This is all non-perishable food, so I'm not too really worried about it. But right now, we can go ahead and transfer all of this. Even though what I should do is I should probably put the seasonings in here. So let's do like barbecue sauce and basil and chives and garlic powder and hot sauce and ketchup, even some lard, onion powder, pepper, salt, seasoning salt, soy sauce, vinegar. That can actually just go on there in that sink there, because I'm pretty sure that sink can be reached by my stove, and then it'll just be like all these different seasonings are available to me. So, all right, good. I thought about basing up in here, because of the front of the store being safe, but these doors had me. These back doors and then that door right there had me just worried. Even though the front here is safe, that would have been just rough if they busted in. We'd have had room though. That would have been nice. Yeast and flour, that's bread. Cinnamon, that's cinnamon bread, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what we use aluminum foil for, other than making tinfoil hats. So I'm gonna leave that. Bleach garbage bags. Love that. I don't think we use the sponges. Cleaning liquid. We'll take the cleaning liquid because I think we might be able to clean up some things in there with that. Toothbrush. Do we use toothbrush and toothpaste now? Do we actually have use for that? Unfortunately, not yet. So we don't need that. The TP we don't need because there's no of that function in the game yet. Rotten, rotten, rotten. Split peas, rice. Oh my god, look at all this. Rice, black beans, chickpeas, kidney beans. I actually have a storage of kidney beans right now, and I'm going to get into storage of black beans and rice and stuff like that. Good stuff, good stuff. All types of stuff. Barbecue sauce. Charcoal. I don't think we need all that. Oh, there we go. That was the junk food. I'm kind of curious what's in the rest of this. Chips. Yeah, it's kind of junk food for the rest of it. And I don't think there's anything else in here. Oh. Oh, there's... Oh, that's right. I put all that stuff in there before. All right, well, let's go ahead and leave that open so we can go ahead and grab this. Let's get our butts in here. All right, so... Ooh, maybe I want to put black beans and stuff like that in another place. Why don't we do this? Because we don't have food in here. We'll put the, like, super dried up stuff, like the flour, the rice, the kidney beans, the black beans, the cinnamon, because that'll be used for that. The split peas, the yeast. That can all, like, long-term, high-end storage type stuff we can put in there. As I said, we can make bread, we can make soups, we can do a ton of stuff with that. That's going to be awesome. The cleaning liquid, let's place that up here. Barbecue sauce, baking soda can go in there. Box of garbage bags, we can just toss in wherever the hell. There we go. All right, yeah, I mean, we're looking in a very good position in here right now. I'm loving what we're starting to turn out in that area. And as long as we can get our welding up even further, we can armor the living hell out of that damn thing. So it'll be nice. I would have liked to be able to find a mop in here if I could, but apparently that's not going to happen. So unfortunately, not there. All right, we have all the canned food here. Let's grab that. Getting all the stuff out of the original area, and honestly, this probably means we're not coming back here unless... Well, I mean, we still have all the apartments we can get stuff out of if we want to, so, I mean, it's not a bad idea. The 2-liter sodas, I will take. The canned sodas, I don't care about. But we'll take the 2-liter sodas. And then we'll take everything except for the... You know, we'll take the instant popcorn. It's not like we don't have a freaking microwave, so we'll take the instant popcorn. All right, let's take a look around here. This is another... Oh, I thought there was a stove. What do you call it there? 2 more cow's milks. A pickle. Fruit juice. We'll eat the bologna. Look at us. Like, totally freaking hosing the area out. Completely destructing the area. I still can't believe I used my freaking elbow on that window. Do not believe I used my elbow on that window. Crazy. Alright, we do have all of this. Because I had that backup in there. We'll eat the yogurt. We said we would take the 2 liters. And we'll take all that. There we go. Oh, fresh cheese in here too. The butter. I'm not going to take the eggs. Lard. Cow's milk. I just want to eat the cheese. I think I do. Can be used for a fishing lure. That's weird. All right, that's good. We are completely emptied out. I will just munch on cheese later. All right, let's get our stuff put away here. We've still got plenty of space in here, so butter chunkers bar through that. Cereal through that. Cow's milk can go in there. The duck's bar can go in there. That can go in there. Yeah, all this can go in there. It's not seasoning, so the lard and butter are seasonings. Jessica is not a seasoning. The rest of that is not a seasoning. But what we will do is we'll put the lard and butter in here because that can be used as a seasoning. Oh, we still have to have rice in our container. Completely forgot that in there. And then we'll eat a thing of cheese so it doesn't go bad. Look at that big old wedge of cheese. Yum, yum, yum. That's going to be constipation later. All right, let me pause up and answer chat here. Hey, what's going on, Jim? You missed an entire day. You missed an entire day. We are on the second day today. This is already day 30, and we've only got one more left after this, so. Today is probably going to be a little bit of a shorter day. It really depends on how I'm feeling. If we get through, like, day 31, and we're only at, like, 2 hours, I might do another day. I'm doing pretty decent. It was a really, really, really nice and warm day today. We went from, what would that equivalent be? So we went from, like 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be, it was like 55 yesterday. So it would have been 12.7 Celsius. To today, it was 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 26.6 Celsius. And tomorrow it's going to be 44 Fahrenheit, which is 6 Celsius for the high. So it's a real big bounce. So I'm enjoying the windows being open right now because it's like 62 degree. It's freaking amazing. It's amazing out right now. So I mean, 43 degrees though, is fine. I think the coldest we got this winter was like negative 30 Fahrenheit, which is quite cold. Quite cold. Considering 32 Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius. So, yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. I mean, we've got... So, what is our plan here? I suppose we could... I mean, I could just take the stuff back. I think what I should do is not necessarily take the stuff back, but maybe just go back and fill up all my propane torches and then head back out again because we are working on the welding, you know? And we're nearly welding 3. And what did we figure out the welding is for the 900 here? Is it, do I need to get welding 4? Welding 3 for the windshield, rear windshield armor, but we don't have a rear windshield on this vehicle. Makeshift windshield armor is level 3, so we could get windshield armor, but in order to do the bull bar, we need level 4 no matter what. So, our goal is still to be able to get to level 4, that way we can put a bull bar on this, and we can really work on doing all this other stuff. So it'll be nice. Yeah, this will be good. No, I mean, we had the furnaces in those first apartments. I just grabbed one from the second apartment that was the apartment building that was over there. I got another one sitting in the black truck that I'm waiting to install somewhere. But I'm getting the compound prepped up where I can have that second floor of the adult living center into a certain area, but I need a sledgehammer first before I move everything there. So once I get the sledgehammer, that'll fix things up. All right, let's get to it. I think what we're going to do is we are going to Because I've got plenty of storage still in here. We just emptied out a ton of food. I could make some more spears real quick. That probably won't do. I'm probably gonna make more spears, then we're gonna drive back, and then we'll fill up our propane torches and stuff like that and get going. All right, let's get back to recording here. All right, so what we're gonna do real quick. I guess I can't do it like that. Let's just carve some spears up real quick. Because we want to be ready for what we are going to be doing next, which is, I think, just going and filling up our propane tanks, our propane torches. We can fill up the propane tanks as well. But we'll fill up the propane torches, and then I will go ahead and get out there and start tearing down some other vehicles. One, which will open up, we'll have to kill a lot of zombies in the area, but I'm hoping to open up some roads as well, which will be nicer, because right now, to be able to get in, oh, nice carving level. To be able to get into certain areas, it's going to become a problem if we don't tear down and open up the roads a little bit, so. We are getting tired, though. It is already 6:20 p.m. So, kind of hoping that we don't need to do a ton more here, but that's 16 wooden spears right there. That's actually kind of crazy. All right, we don't need to spear up the other ones. We'll just go ahead and do that. We'll throw these spears in our backside. We will primary this one. We will back this one. And then we'll throw the crowbar back in here. There we go. Oh, I primaried it. I primaried my spear. That's freaking insane. All right. We will equip in both hands, not primary. Dear Lord. Get out of the vehicle. All right, we have torn down a lot of stuff. We grabbed everything out of here. We're also going to be grabbing this vehicle and bringing it back with us. Let's get going. Get going back home to be able to drop this stuff off. Also, I mean, the other thing I could be taking a look at eventually, and I don't know why I would necessarily need it, is the prison. The other thing I'm actually thinking of doing is getting my butt back to the military checkpoint. Just because I haven't found a sledgehammer, and maybe I can find one there. I know for sure what I could find there is more generators, which isn't such a bad thing. Not such a bad idea. But before we do all that, I really want to get this vehicle fully armored. All right, we got to be careful here because there's going to be a decent amount of zombies up here. Maybe? There was a decent amount of zombies up here before. I mean, I killed that couple there, but should have been more than that. Why was that all clear? You guys all freaking migrated out of there. Interesting. Okay, thank you, I guess. The one thing they still haven't fixed in Zomboid is towing. Like, towing is still off. Like, we should have no problem towing this vehicle with this big truck. And I mean, once you get going, it's not a problem. The problem is once you get into second gear, it really screws you up. Yeah, you can tell I've been busy around here, can't you? Yeah, so you got to keep on backing off and somehow keep it in first gear or back it up a little bit and then get kind of a running start to be able to start pulling, because then it keeps you in first gear as you're heavy towing. It's a weird process. It really is. I can't wait to be able to move these. Like, these are such an annoying thing in front of the base like that. The other thing I can do to be able to make this a little bit easier on myself, and I'm probably going to, is we're just going to go ahead and detach this, and I'll drive them in separately, because otherwise this is going to be something get it caught up on there. We do have some armor on this vehicle, but I want to get more. Oh my god. What the? Not okay. Oh. Come on, start up. Start up. There we go. All right. The other thing I need to do getting around here is I really need to work on getting some other stuff done here. We're going to go ahead and park this vehicle over here. Because that's a vehicle I'll use. We're eventually going to tear this one down. We're going to work on this one, mechanics tear it down. We're going to try to maybe work on that one and tear it down. We're obviously going to keep that. I don't necessarily know if we need to keep that anymore. The trailer, yes. But the rest of it, not. Well, I mean, I suppose we can, because that's got storage in the back of it. But we got this big hunker now. So, I don't know. We got those spears. Let's go ahead and fill up our propane. Let's fill up that propane. Those propane and propane accessories. 14 torches. Eat some cheese. The other thing I want to do within the next couple of days is we need to have a... I need to get a butchering hook together. I need to read a butchering book. We need to butcher our friends, Mr. and Mrs. Raccoon, and have a little ceremony for them, because I feel freaking bad. I still can't believe I not only hit that... Oh, wait, what? Wait, no. No container for fuel, and then it said fuel. Oh, that fuel pump is empty, but this one is not. Interesting. Okay, so there's actually... Interesting. Okay. That's good to know. I'm curious to be able to see how much this gas has. Because here's the thing. This base becomes less worth it once the gas is gone. Once the gas is gone, this place is so much less worth it. This place was essentially built around the fact that there is a really nice armored shop and gas. And that is the only reason I'm here. 14 welding torches. There we go. That's enough to be able to tear down 14 vehicles, which might get, I mean, it'll get me to 3. I don't know if it's going to get me to 4, though. It is already 8:30 p.m. I don't think we are going to be going out. I don't think we're going to be going out. What we could do is I could work on mechanics, because we need 4 welding and 3 mechanics to tear down this vehicle. So we still need 3 mechanics. Oh, you know what? We need books. Damn. Do we have a Mechanics 2 book, if that's the case? Because I would like to be able to read that book so we're not wasting. All right, so let's look for a Mechanics 2 book and see if we can't get something out of there. I don't think there's anything back there. It would have to be in one of these original spots if we had it. I need to seriously den mother and get all this stuff organized as soon as I can. And there's going to be people in the comments that are going to be absolutely driven nuts by the fact that I've just got everything all over the place. Just a freaking nightmare mess over here. All right, so we do have books in here. Butchering, which is one of the ones I did want to read. Magazines, maintenance, mechanics too. There it is. All right. All right, we're not. You know, I'm kind of like, oh, I should stay in there. You know, honestly, I kind of feel more comfortable in here. So let's sit on the ground because we have food in here. We have the ability to be able to do that. Let's read butchering first, and then we'll read mechanics, and then we'll go to bed. You know, so let's do that real quick. We'll get butchering out of the way so we can work on that. Mechanics we will work on. So once we get up to level 4 welding, we'll get level 3 mechanics, and then we can really start to tear apart vehicles that are not just like burnt down wrecks. We'll be able to tear down all vehicles once we get everything done. So that'll be nice. Butchering is out of the way, so we'll be able to, I'm gonna have to create a couple things, but we'll create like a butchering hook and stuff like that. That way we can give the proper goodbye to Mr. and Mrs. Raccoon, and, you know, in case I hit any deer and stuff like that later on. But the other thing we should do is, as I said, get into mechanics here. I don't want to go past like 2 in the morning, so we'll stop it there. We'll stop it there. Because we're tired. Yeah, there we go. We just hit the super tired. All right, there we go. We are done with that book. We will work on more. We will work on more of that book later on. We're at a 1 multiplier right now, but I think right now we're going to get some sleep. You, your friends, your family, and your loved ones, please stay safe out there. We are done with day number 30. We're moving on to day 31. I do need to get out there and really finish up the welding process that we're doing so we can get proper armor on this vehicle, and we can work on some other things. Have a good night. We will see you guys again in the morning for day number 31. All right, this is day 30 recording done. I mean, kind of. But we're also going through processes. We're speeding up, like reading books and, you know, tearing down vehicles and stuff like that. So yeah, it can go pretty quick now. It can go pretty quick now. It'll allow us to be able to get some days done quicker. What was that? That was it was a 41-minute recording. The last one was only 34 minutes, so yeah. That was a 41-minute recording. All right, that was day 30. We are going to call that... we did mobile base. I don't know what to call that episode. Day 30 would be... You know what? For now, I'm gonna title it Leaving Past, and we'll see. Like, I've had other titles that I've worked on yesterday that I didn't like after I did it. Like, I changed, like, one of the titles into welding work later on and stuff like that. Like, I do change them as I go. And, I just put, like, temporary titles in there. Hi, Sonny. Hi, hi. Hi, hi. Well, yeah. baby. What you doing? What you doing? You're just happy because you got the windows wide open. Dad has literally dedicated like half the living room to space that you use. I also put up like the way I've got my furniture set up in the living room. Like she can go halfway around the entire living room in like a U shape, including the windows, without ever touching the ground. And I think she freaking loves that. She paying the bills? Of course she is. Of course she is. You pay the bills in cuddles and purrs and rubsies and slow blinks. Yeah, you pay the bills. She's my ESA for a reason. When I was declared disabled, I was declared disabled. So I was declared disabled and I went from working essentially 60 hours a week to having nothing. Um and that I was declared disabled in July of 2019, and it was the long process of like working for Social Security and stuff like that. And so when I lost my place, I ended up having to move into a hotel room, and I was in a hotel room for like 8 months dealing with a disability and not having my life the way that it was anymore. And if you guys remember, what started in like December of 2019? Yeah. The first 8 months of the pandemic, I was stuck in there. It was not fun. It was not fun. And then I finally got into a place and stuff like that, and it, was dealing with the depression and all those issues with that. And my doctor suggested, you used to have a cat. It's been like 5 years. I know you said you didn't want to get another one because Taz's death destroyed me. There's a short on my YouTube channel that kind of explains it all. It really is. Um, my baby boy Taz passed away at 10 years old because of kidney failure. He had a birth condition that caused kidney issues, and it absolutely destroyed me. And I took the doctor's advice, and I went and looked at cats at the shelter. And I wanted to get a young one, so I looked at a couple that were in like the 12, 14, 16-month range, because the building, even though with ESA I could get away with a lot of other things, the one thing that I had to do was I had to get one that was a year older. So I wanted to get one that was a little bit. As soon as I walked in the building, she was right up against the glass, and I'm like, I like dark clothing and stuff like that, and Taz was a darker tabby, like brown and black and stuff like that. And I was like, let me check her out. And went and back. They opened up her enclosure. She hopped down before they had the chance to be able to get her out of there. She hopped up on the cat tree that was there and started rubbing up against me. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I need to see anything else. And she's orange and white. Like she's a little creamsicle kitty. And nightmare of a freaking hair labor. It has gotten better ever since I purchased a high-end air filter and stuff, or an air purifier and stuff like that, which picks up a lot of her hair out of the air. But it's no, I've had her now. She will be 6 years old in May, so come like July, June-ish, I will have had her for 5 years, and it's been a really good choice. And I've been doing everything I can to make sure that I've learned from the mistakes with Taz, even though I couldn't have done anything for Taz, because even though I had made a lot of good choices with Taz, the problem is as a kitten, he was found and he already had issues, and his kidneys just, they were already damaged when he was young. So he wasn't going to be able to do anything. With her, water fountains like crazy. She has a ton of water fountains. I feed her, like, I guess you can call it a special diet. She gets a little bit of dry food here and there, but it's just a third of a cup every couple of days for dry food because the rest of her meals are like, I will take a can of wet food. I will mix a little bit of water in with it to be able to create a gravy. I will take like one of those squeeze tubes and squeeze one of those into it, and then I'll add salmon oil on top of that and mix it all together. Like, she's spoiled as shit when it comes to that. I probably spend like $150 a month on her food and litter alone. It's crazy. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know if I'd be around without her, I don't know if I'd be around without her at this point. I was in such a mood that I was thinking about, yeah. And she's changed that quite a bit. She's changed that quite a bit because I couldn't do anything to myself knowing that it would leave her in here like that. Um, and yeah, and I want her to be healthy because if you have a healthy cat and fed well and hydrated well, there's not going to be kidney issues. There's not going to be a lot of those issues. You can have a cat that'll live 15, 16, 20 years. And I've told her multiple times, you're not allowed to die until you're like 30. Like, you're not allowed to die until you're like 30. That's another 24 years. Dad turns 43 next month. So I'll be 67, which means by the time you pass, I'll be like, my brain won't be there anymore. So, it won't hurt as much. Maybe I can just go about the same time, right? Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. I think that's good. Yeah, I mean, animals do a lot of things. They do a lot of amazing things. They really do. They really, really do. They really, really do. Well, the good news with this is that this little conversation here essentially fixes the time restraint issue. So I think day 31 will still be the last day here. We're at an hour and 40 minutes on stream, so it's going to be a shorter stream, but at the same time, so it'll be over 2 hours by the time we get done with this one. But the reason why I'm fine with that is because this is the first week that we've been able to do Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And it's still three days recorded on there, and I kind of want to make sure that I'm getting into a pace. Um, and I don't want to push myself to, I have to do 3 hours, gotta do this, gotta do that, and have those issues where all of a sudden I have to miss a day or miss a week or something like that because I'm just not feeling well. So getting myself into a good pace where, most weeks, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, unless I have an appointment on Friday, and then it'll be Thursday and Saturday. And then get back into the scheme of things and keep the edited videos coming out on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays until the series is done, and then we'll still have plenty of edited videos coming out at that point. And then I can offline my Steam, and I can start catching up on other games and getting other things put together and editing all of these freaking videos into like a day 1 through 500 video, and then a 501 through 1000 video, and then really have to edit down to a day 1 through 1000 video, which I am not gonna lie, I am not looking forward to that. It is such a nightmare because you essentially have to edit everything down to like an average of like 3 minutes a day, which is like creating shorts out of them, which is just insane. But all right, let's get back to this. We're gonna get on for day 31 here. We have a plan, and that plan is gonna be getting out there to that blockade that we know is a little further north with all the cars. I'm gonna fight a ton of zombies, and then we will go ahead and tear down those vehicles and get all that stuff put together and hopefully get welding done. And then I will come back, and if we still have some more time, I'll work on Mechanics 3, which will help me tear down regular vehicles. So, after I do that. Okay, Sunny's coming up to be able to get some more attention, huh? Oh, I get what it was. Daddy was talking all to you like crazy, and you were being all cutesy on the ground, and be all lovey looking. And then Daddy looked away, and you're like, no, I'm hopping up on the desk. I need the attentions. Come here.
Yes, sweetheart. And you realize after we get done with this, then we'll be going to bed, and then we have the whole week till Thursday to be able to just chill out and watch things and chill out and while Daddy edits and stuff like that. So you've got plenty of time. I just essentially asked for like 10 hours where I've got to focus on something else a week. That's too much, isn't it?
My little shit. My little shit. All right. And I do want to try to find someone to be able to throw a raid off to today. As I said, it'll be a shorter one today, but at the same time, it'll be good. Jam, and the easiest way to say it. Remember, you got a couple VODs to be able to go back on, because you did miss some VODs. So, you did miss some VODs. So, there's stuff to keep you busy. What is the plan now? Well, other than getting a cat butt out on my face. We are going to grab some spears. We're going to go up to the, like, where the car graveyard is up north. We're going to fight off all those zombies, and then I'm going to take my propane torches out and tear down all those burnt down vehicles to be able to get welding up to level 4. I don't think we're going to be able to find a sledgehammer in that area, unfortunately, but it is what it is. All right, Sonny. I know. Oh my God, you are just in absolute love mode right now. All right, fine. I'll cuddle you for a second. How about this? I know you're enjoying your pets and your cuddles, but if I give you enough kisses, I know you'll get annoyed and you'll run away for like 20 minutes. So why don't we do that? You're not. Oh my God, you're not getting annoyed by kisses. This is bad. Yeah, can we get annoyed by kisses? Mm, 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 mm. Can we get annoyed by kisses? Can we get annoyed by kisses? Can we get annoyed by the kisses? Huh? Huh? Nope. All right. There we go. Finally worked. All right. That works. I'm free. All right. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. It'll be day 31 here. It'll be the last one for the week, but as I said, we got a lot of stuff to be able to do. So let's get to it. Day 31. Why is it still... Dude, it's been raining for like freaking a half a week. What is going on here? Dear Lord. We're gonna eat some dried apricots. Can't wait till we start cooking here. And then we'll eat a butter chunks bar as well. I want to balance out this weight because now we're at 78. Apparently, we're still gonna lose weight. Okay, whatever. Let's get our butts out there. So much rain on the ground. That's not good. All right. How much gas do I still have in this? I can't remember. We're over half. We should be good. Even though the gas tank on this needs a heavy repair, which is part of the reason why I need to get freaking welding done, is so I can repair. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. There we go. Is so I can also repair this vehicle. Welding and mechanics are going to help me out there. The other thing I need to do before we take off is we're going to get back here because I need to grab spears. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're good there. That should be enough. All right. Let's get up here. This is what I mean by kind of a car graveyard, if you see it up here. Oh, you are a big one. Holy crap. Spears, man. Just telling you. Spears are freaking crazy. We're on maintenance 6 and we're on spear 4, so there is a good chance that we'll be able to take out quite a bit here. Don't like the fact that I'm hearing that noise. I don't know where that is. I hear a zombie, but I don't know where. Let's take care of these. Oh, busted. Back. Get rid of you. Alright. Are there still... I think we just, ran over a zombie. Oh. She's frozen. You had, like, no life to you. What the hell? We need some water real quick. I do see all this here. I don't know what else is over here. I see the buffet thing. But this is what I'm talking about, what I need to clear out. All this stuff here will help, because I can just clear out these roads. Hi, guys. Yeah, I can clear out these roads. I do know there's... That's right, the police station is there. I forgot about that. That's also a big one. Okay, just walk away from me, a-hole. Jeez. This is the big Raven Creek PlayStation, too. That can be something. So we'll go through and we will take out all the Zeds. Oh, they're still going around even though the thing is there. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. I did not realize what we were over there with. That is not good. What in the lag city of hell was that? What is this? Why is that going like that? Alright, a little bit less lag there. Let me pause up to be able to answer chat. Oh my god! Okay. That's crazy. Hi. Oh, Warren333. Thank you for that raid. That's freaking crazy, man. That's crazy. Let me see if I can't catch up on chat here a little bit. Hey, hey, what's going on, Dirk? What's going on, Warren? Aussie Boy Lloyd. Yeah, Jim, I'm kind of yeah. Word. 1,000 days in game. Yeah, we're doing another 1,000 days attempt. I tried one back in B41 and fell short. Went all over the place. Warren, thank you for that follow. I appreciate you. Your channel just blew up. I used to get some raids like this a long time ago when I was a main 7 days a die streamer a long time ago. This is amazing though. It might explain the lag. I'm hoping it's not explaining the lag in game. I hope it's not explaining the lag in game. Lord Hades, thank you for. How you doing? Barrington Redmayne, how you doing? Dubfotech, thank you for that follow. I appreciate you. How is everybody doing? Dear Lord. Yeah, I mean it could cause some lag. I'm just curious how a Twitch raid could cause lag in a game. But yeah. I'm thinking it's the everything else that's going. What were you playing there, Warren? What were you playing there, Warren? Let me do a shout out to Warren and see what we got here. Got some Project Zomboid, of course. Of course. Of course. Also do a shout out to Warren. Oh my god, that is not what I wanted to do. So if people are kind of wondering here, I am actually streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I'm working on this 1,000 Days in Zomboid series. We are pausing up to be able to answer chats and stuff like that just because it's easier to be able to remove these portions from editing later on. So that's what I'm going to be working on there. Hate to host and ghost, but 13 hours I'm wiped doing a 16 solo oh my god. Over 2 months alive so far, 16 times. Yikes. We're not on 16 times here. We're just on like, I think it's 2 times, 3 times, something like that. Ready to run. I appreciate you, Warren. I will definitely follow and check you out here. Hold on a second. Let's grab that because I can drop a follow back. I appreciate you, man. Let me check here. Lord Hades, thank you for that follow. Welcome to stream, welcome to Planteers, my friend. I'm mainly a YouTuber, but I've been doing some Twitch here as well. My Twitch channel died years back after I had to take a couple years off because of a diagnosis of MS and having to adjust to 2 years in a wheelchair and then work my way back up to walking and stuff like that. So it was a process. But what we're doing is I am continuing the series. This is a relatively fresh start within Raven Creek. And right now what I'm just working on is clearing this area out, and then I'm going to try to tear down as many of these vehicles as possible because we need to get welding up so I can start putting some armor on my vehicles and get mechanics up so I can start tearing down vehicles that are not just burnt. Raven Creek is one of those nightmares where you need to have the ability to tear down so many vehicles because these traffic jams of burnt vehicles are all over the damn place. So we're going to get back to it, though. I appreciate you so much, Warren. I hope everyone enjoys their time here, and you guys are good with just kind of chilling out. As I said, if I see some chats and stuff like that, I will pause up to be able to answer the chats. But as of right now, let's get back into it and continue doing our thing. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing some zombies coming this way. Oh, that is my problem. I think I just saw a zombie in there. I think oh, you just got through the hole in the fence. You guys actually took the hole in the fence. That's interesting. I think my big problem here is I just alerted an entire freaking apartment building of possible zombies to my location, and that caused lag to occur. I mean, not only the apartment building that's sitting there, we also have the police station over here, so I mean, it could be a lot. It could be a lot. Let's just get around, clear out these zombies, because I do not need zombies trying to munch on me while we are trying to tear these down. We still have quite a few in the area. We haven't even, I mean, we barely cleared out anything in this town so far, and we're approaching like 1,500 already, so not a biggie. Oh, nice crit. And nice not crit. Nope, nope, nope. Oh my god, no. I was aiming the wrong way. There's a zombie over here. I was going to say, I can hear you over there. I could hear you over there. I don't even have keen hearing. I just have nearly 2,000 hours in Zomboid to be able to go, yeah, I hear you coming. What do you have in you? A gardening trowel. You are an officer man, sir. You do not get that reference. I am so sorry, but it is just a reference from one of my favorite movie series in the world. If you are not a fan of Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, I don't know what to tell you. Officer Man, sir, is Nick Frost from Hot Fuzz. Oh my god. I need to change that. I need to change that. That is probably from the old Zomboid series. Like the original one. I need to change that. The mods that I am currently using. Yeah, I definitely need to change that because I'm pretty sure that is from. Yeah, that's from the original one. That's from the original one. That's from B41. That's from B41. If you see a lot of the mods, they're B41 mods. What I need to do is let's go ahead and go to my workshop role. I mean, if you go into like click on my collections or my workshop, like you should be able to do it in there. I think. Yeah. If you click on my collections, you'll see 1,000 Days in Zomboid 2026. If people are looking for it, I can just drop the link here. There we go. I do need to change that or update that command. I completely forgot I had that command, if I'm being honest with you. That is the one right there. All right, let's get back to this. All right, come on. Hi, ladies and gents. I don't like the fact that we might have... Yeah, I was just going to say, we're going to have some behind us here. Always watch your six. Yeah, we're gonna get more here. Yeah, this is what I'm worried about is like we haven't run into like large groups so far. But people need to remember multi-hit is not on. We have no outlines on, which I think a lot of people misunderestimate the fact that outlines make this game so much easier. They make it so much easier. And it's not, I mean, we haven't gotten a ton, but I mean, we're up to 11,000 or 1,000. 1,142. There's a lot of zombies up there, too. But what I want to do... As I said, by the time that we get through all of Raven Creek, before we move on, we're going to probably... Oh my god, that's what I was worried about. We're probably going to be looking at, like, 10 to 15,000 zombies. And here's the thing, like, I'd say the one thing that's the hardest, people are like, oh, I mean, first of all, it's, as I said, no multi-hit, which is fine. I've been doing no multi-hit for a long, long time. I don't shade on anyone who plays the game any way they want to. It's a sandbox game, you know, no matter what. Play the game the way that you want to. I do have respawn off though because it's a longer series, so let's go ahead and put that back on our back. Then we'll drop the stick. We got to be careful because we are getting a little bit tired out here. We're getting tuckered. Oh. Oh my god, I think I know where we are. That's why we're getting lag. That's why we're getting lag. So if people have ever been in Raven Creek before, we are approaching a like survivor settlement thing. Keep an eye on our 6 here. We are approaching a survivor settlement thing. All right, we also got to watch out. There's a lot of zombies in there. That's all like a secured settlement area. We've also got all the zombies that are probably in the police station here. Yeah. That is, yeah, that's like a, it's like the Woodbury of the Walking Dead in Raven Creek. Not too fond of what this is going to be. Oh, that's armor on those doors. I didn't realize that. Our goal today was not to be able to take on a ton of zombies, though. It was to... I mean, even over there, we got a little bit. It was to get to those points and tear those, what do you call it, apart? Those cars apart. We broke our spear. We broke that spear already. Damn. That was a quick break. For maintenance 6, spear 4, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, look at that. As I said, if I even came close to this, I'm tempted. I don't know. You can't really tell because they're all going to be in there. Let's take a look at these. These are probably just all planks. I was just really hoping for a freaking sledgehammer in there, man. There any trucks up here? There's no truck. Oh, there is a trailer up there. Oh, well, you know. We did apparently get all your attention, and I am slightly worried. We are out of breath. We're going to walk this back. We are going to walk this back. We're going to walk this back. Keep an eye out. Let them come to us. We can always go rest in the truck. All right. Just a simple out of breath isn't too bad. Not for a couple zombies. The rest of them really don't seem like they followed, so we'll take on these 3 and then we'll take a rest. At least I think we are. Yeah, you guys haven't followed. That's fine for me. I also need to be careful, and I need to kind of check out the rest of the areas here. The greens there. A painting place. A Tima Eyes. Once again, I need to go rest. I need to keep on track and stop squirreling my butt off over here. We have the buffet, which is not what I'm looking for. We need to find a freaking, what do you call it, store. All right, let's get our butts back there. All right. Get some rest. Sit on the ground, get some rest for now. We don't need this to be too rough right now. While we're at it, why don't we let's go ahead and keep on reading mechanics while we rest up here real quick. I'll actually pause up to be able to answer chats because you guys have been going for a bit here. Aussie Boy, thank you for that follow on Twitch. I appreciate you. Oh dear Lord. Oh my God. Raccoony, thank you for that follow on Twitch. I appreciate you. Know where you are, Luminous Drug. I like Raven Creek, but it was never my favorite map of B41 because it's a ton crammed into a large buildings. My favorite was also called Wilborn, which has not been updated for B42. Hope Raven Creek gets updated because I love Raven Creek. This is B42. Raven Creek has been updated for B42. It's this in a different location. Because obviously it can't be in the location where it was before. It's south of Rosewood, I believe. Though in saying that, often I hear that the highway and the old motel cause it less dense next to the military checkpoint. Bot, shut up. Raven Creek also bugged me on how the lake just sort of died on the edge. Huh? Raven Creek is bad for driving too because you never knew what behind it. Yeah, that's the thing that bugs me the most about Raven Creek is the fact that every building acts like a billboard where it blocks your view. Yes, improved cars everywhere. No, the problem, not only the problem with that is you get a ton of zombies everywhere as well. The B42 update for Raven Creek is by another. It is. It is. There have been some slight. There's been some things that I've seen that have been not as bad. I do think they changed the map a little bit as well. So I do think they changed the map a little bit as well. All right, let's get back to it. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go until 3 p.m. just to be able to get that extra. There we go. Just to be able to get that extra little rest in there because just getting out as soon as your Moodle goes away isn't going to help you anything. Scott Frieza. Wait for real, sweet. Raven Creek, here I come. We spent 4 hours today sorting through all the mods, checking what's up to date. Yeah, made a big list. Made the switch finally today. So I'm gonna warn you guys really quickly. I have to be able to make sure that this series can go to fruition. As long as I don't die. Like if I die, I die. But what I did is I took away the ability for it to be taken away from me. What I did is I turned off the ability for my mods to update. I turned off the ability for the games to be able to update without me going into them. Through Steam itself. I put Steam offline and I access Project Zomboid not through Steam, but through its own executable in the folder. And by doing that, I can sit on, as you've noticed, I'm on 42.13.1. This is 42.13.1. And it will never update until I am ready to be able to turn everything back on and get it to be able to update. So that way I can really push on finishing this series as much as I can. All right, let's get back to it. All right, we are rested now. I do want to get to these vehicles as soon as possible. But at the same time, we kind of need to... There's not much here. There's not much left here, so... I think we can take care of a couple of these. And then we can just start working on these vehicles. I'm curious. Oh, I don't like that. that tree was in the way and it wasn't showing me the rest of the things. Man, I swear the one thing that's really weird about it is that there are some HP differences on zombies, because there's zombies that I've hit for like 300 plus damage, 89 as a crit there. That other one I just killed with 26. So there is difference. 72, 113. Like that was 180 for a zombie. So it's really weird. Oh, I didn't even realize you were sitting over there. Look at this dude. Excuse me, this ma'am. I apologize. Sorry. Like this one. Oh, Nikes, you a-hole. Wait, what? That's not a be-all, end-all. That normally would be a be-all, end-all, but the way that I have this set up, well, I mean, I can still get infected. I can still get infected for sure. I can still get infected for sure, but that is not a be-all, end-all by any means. Right forearm. We're good there. All right, the one thing that I need to do is I need to get this cleaned up real quick. I realize what it says. I know people are going to be like, oh my god. But I have something specifically set up on this playthrough. Transmission, listen to me, transmission is off. However, what I've got on this, because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, you're blaming it. No, I have immunocompromised. And a lot of people don't realize immunocompromised, even if you turn transmission off, it allows, the trait will still let you be infected by zombie injuries, even if you disable transmission in the sandbox. A lot of people don't realize that. What it does is it just decreases the percentages of certain injuries. And the reason I do that is because I believe that lacerations at 25% is kind of ridiculous. I think that's a little bit high, especially since a scratch is only like, what, 5%? So that's what we're going to do there. We're a little uncomfortable. We're in pain. I get that. We're going to take some painkillers. Unfortunately, we don't have any antibiotics, but that is what it is. Get out from RV. Not the RV like that. Do this. And the one thing I will say, I'm a little pissed off that that happened. Because where did we get hit? We got hit in the billboard. It was right at the billboard. And that's annoying as shit. It's one thing that Zomboid itself hasn't fixed is the billboards. in this game, and that is incredibly, incredibly annoying. I want this truck. I want this truck just to be able to make sure that I can move those other things. There's a Twiggies here. What else is here? I'm not too worried about Twiggies. We've been by there. Another vehicle there. It's a lot of restaurants in here. Where is everything? Oh, that's a school. Okay, so that's not going to be what I need there. All right, cool, cool, cool. Oh, look who's coming back here. All right, do we have any more kind of hanging in here? Or are we just going to get into cleaning out the... I think we're going to start cleaning these out. All right, how many... We got 4 wooden spears on us. Get this in here. 99, 92. We got that space there. We can throw the nightstick back there. I can also grab all my welding torches. As much as I can. A weldy's mask. And those wooden spears, so that's fine. Alright, what we're going to do is we're just going to start tearing stuff down. Let's get going here. We need to tear them all down. Wait, why are you not tearing? There we go. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to welding 4. We're about welding 3. I'll pick up all this stuff later, but what we're going to do is we're just going to go through these. This way I can put away the propane torches. There's welding 3. We've only got 10 more torches left, so... Do it, do it. Alright, there we are. Is the propane torch fix still needed mod B42? No. So you can tear these apart with 1. It's only 10 that needs to go in there. The only thing that I add specifically in... We should collab on mods sometime when we think the stable... Yeah, definitely. That should be after I'm done with this series. The only thing that I add is that propane can be... You can get propane from gas pumps. That's the only thing that I add to the game, really. Other than that, it's... The rest of it should be fine. Alright. Yep. Welding torch 10 uses out of 10. So 1 torch is essentially good to be able to tear down these vehicles. Or one of them. Alright, how many torches do we have left? We've got 7 welding torches left. 7 welding torches left. Good job. All right. Hey, it stopped raining. That's actually really nice. Now, I can go back to my base and easily fill up, so this isn't a problem. Mantle this. We've got one more after this. So, we'll hit this one up. We'll go put our propane torches away. And then we'll take all this stuff. We're still halfway. So. Oh, we still got another one. Never mind. We've got one more. I thought that we were out of it. We had one more. The fact that we still haven't found a sledgehammer is crazy as hell. Also, that's weird. Let's just take all that in there. Because I can't see it on the ground. I couldn't see it on the ground there. Alright. We are out of... I think we're out of... Yeah, we're out of propane right now. So we can grab the torches. We can put them back there. Okay, we're getting stinkies because we don't have our respirator on. So we can actually look back here because I need to put these back in here right now. So we'll grab that. Welding torches. We can put our spear back in and then grab that. And now we will get our butts back in here. Where we will put... Actually, that's going to be up here, isn't it? Yeah. I just need to grab the spears and put them on my person. That way we can transfer all this. There we go. Oh my god, we have another full box. Oh no. By the way, Frieza, I saw what you said. More Traits already has something like that. Because Antique Collectors Weekly to Volume 3 allows you to extract propane from corpses. So, let me go ahead and read up on the chats here. Oh, dear Lord. I would have gone for a localized B42 Fort 12 if they had given more. Yeah, unfortunately they didn't. You might have installed on your laptop. Haven't touched the old one in a few months. Raven Creek has everything. Only matter you can clear the roads enough to make it. Yeah. Propane torch fix. Yes. Mods. Used to have that mod. Just let you fill it with fuel to fix that, and then the propane torch fix has more mod that balance fuel usage in it. Yeah. Some Chad modder made Tornado mod with Twitch integration. Things cool as destroys buildings and throw cards and oh, with the tornado. Oh, tornado. Interesting. Interesting. Unfortunately, that's not the proper mod. It's not the proper one. It's not the proper one. I'll see. If you look on the collections there, it will say 1,000 Days in Zomboid ?2026, which is the series you're looking for. I unfortunately have not updated that yet. All right, let me get past all this. If you guys also want that, what I can do is that is the mods that I'm working with right now. So, get back into this. All right, so we've emptied this out. We got to move some stuff. What is this? That's there. All right, there we go. We've got so much freaking welding stuff right now that I need to clear space out. I think what we're going to do is we're also going to put that in there as well. There we go. Now we have space to be able to transfer some more of the stuff out because we need it. I don't know if we need the broken pipes, but I can use most of everything else, so. We got all these piles that I need to pick up. Oh, look at this. I mean, we've opened up so much space here. So much space. And considering I haven't found, like, a real true blue, like, warehouse, we found some, but I'll put these in there because I don't... We're still getting a lot of stuff, so... Alright, so we'll transfer all this. We are going to have to empty all this. Now, the good news is if we get to welding 3, or welding 4, excuse me, we will be able to work on a ton of other stuff. Also, we have, like, no water on us. Fill our water. Yeah. You know what the errors are? It's just what happened. I got out of the vehicle, and because I still had the vehicle on from the RV mod, it starts the vehicle up as I leave the vehicle, and it causes an error. That's all it is. Alright, we're still good. Pick all this up. You know, I'm kind of tempted just to be able to pick everything up into my inventory if I can. Instead of taking like 40 freaking trips to be able to do this. I think that's what we're going to do, because we got a little bit of room in here. Let's take all this. Which, if I was smarter about this, I actually would have put it in my inventory first and then in the backpack. Starting to sweat. Little miss. Dang cat. Cat's catting over here. Looking at B-42 ribbon plate. Yeah, it's an interesting place. It's really weird where they put it, but it works. All right, let's get all this put in there. No, not all, not all. I didn't just put everything of my stuff in there, did I? I didn't just put everything of my stuff in there, did I? All right, let's do this. Yeah, we're gonna have to go back anyways just to be able to transfer all this freaking stuff into something else and work on it, because we have so much freaking sheet metal and stuff like that in there. I know this can just be broken down, which is the reason I'm keeping it, because that can be broken down into a lot of stuff. We're still a little on the heavy side here. All because the spears. Put those in there. They're 2 pounds a piece, so, or 2 kilos a piece. So they are weighty. Weighty, weighty, weighty. And we're in pain, but that's because we got some minor muscle pain with lifting all that. All right. Get our butts moving. All right, cool. Let's just do it this way again. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer into inventory first and then in the bag. Yes, I get it's heavy. You don't need to scream at me. And then we can put it in our bag. Which will put us way overweight, but whatever. We're right here. Alright, we were able to get all of it, but... So we need to put... Didn't notice there was electrical wire in there. That can all go in there. Get off of my person. That through that can do the same. And we're getting tons of steel sheets and small sheets, which is exactly what I wanted. Because those are going to be used for things like armor on the vehicles and everything else, so... Are we? There's no way we're already full up. Oh my god. Yeah, we definitely... We have 6 crates that are up to full. That's freaking insane. Alright, I guess we're putting them in here. Good stuff. Needs to be done anyways. Alright, let's get out of there. I'm pretty sure this is the last one that we're going to grab today. Now, the question is... I didn't even think about this. If I came back and just tore those things apart with freaking welding, would that work? I think it would. Alright, let's get back home real quick. It's a good start. We need to keep on tearing apart blockades and tearing apart freaking vehicles and stuff like that to be able to open up these roads. I hate the fact that this thing has a backup freaking beeper on it, by the way. Really do. By the way, this is how close to home we were. Get our butts in. Home, sweet home. Our compound. I probably should do a perimeter check here real quick. Oddly, only for that section of the road. It's not like it. I've seen like 10 or 12 of them, and then there's nothing. Like as you saw in the other areas, it's just that small section of road there for some reason. That there was that huge chunk. I have no idea why. All right, so we got the perimeter check here. Oh, okay. We're good. We are good. All right. What I wanted to see. All right, with that, we need some sleep. First and foremost, what we need to do is figure out what the heck we're doing with this. Um, where am I gonna put all this freaking stuff here? Also, where's my trailer? Or my freaking vehicle? Oh no. Please don't tell me. Oh no. I think I know what's going on here. This is gonna act really weird for a second here. Maybe not. Okay, that trailer might be... These trailers might be bugged. Okay. I think we're gonna be sticking away from these trailers from now on. Think we're gonna be sticking away from these trailers from now on. Because there was a black box truck connected to this trailer when I just left, and now it doesn't exist. Yeah, that's quite interesting. All right, let's get our butts inside. It is almost midnight. Actually, I guess let's drop this crap off in here if we can. Okay, we can't. Can we put it in here for now? Yeah, we can. Let's transfer all that. Just to get the weight off of us. All right, so apparently we are not using these trailers anymore. Get in the RV. Let's get some, I guess we can get some food right quick. Right quick. That's some beef jerky. That should be good. Not going to fix our freaking, losing weight issue, though. He's going to fix our hunger issue. All right, with that, we're going to get some sleep. You, your friends, your family, and your loved ones, please stay safe out there. We will get some sleep here, and we will see you guys again for day 32. And have a good night. All right, that's the end of the day 31 recording. And I don't think we're infected. We would gotten a fever and we would have overheated prior to that. Oh no. Waiter, that was just I was doing a recording at the time. So what I did is I recorded it and then I finished that. I would appreciate if people would stick around. I will drop a raid off somewhere. So I think that's what we will take a look at here real quick. Wow, there is no one on my list right now. Wait a second. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Okay. I'm gonna surprise the living hell out of someone. Which I can't play his freaking... Oh, that sucks. I can't play his freaking things. He's got music on right now. But he is doing a Project Zomboid thing. It'll be really cool to be able to give him some love. He's another disabled content creator playing Zomboid. I think he's playing a multiplayer thing right now. And he's got like one person in right now, and he's freaking an awesome dude. He's really friendly. So let's go ahead and send the raid off to him. We'll we'll do this real quick. I will go into the React so you guys can see it. You guys can't see it because I have to do this. There we go. We could do this guy. We could do Glitch Monkey, Living Dead Dude. There you go. That's an interesting one. Ultra Source is on, but no, not playing Zomboid. Reason. Yeah, let's send it off to this guy. Let's send it off to this guy. Show him some love. I would appreciate it if you guys do. But with that, we're gonna get out of here. We will see you guys again. I'm back on Thursday. I do Thursday, Friday, Saturday streams at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. We chill out at those point in time to be able to do our series here with 1,000 Days in Zomboid. As always, you, your friends, your family, little ones, please stay safe out there. I appreciate you guys all hanging out. Thanks for the raid again, Warren. Aussie boy, you're freaking awesome. Yeah, RB Interior is it's a different RB Interior, but it is back. Waiter, the rest of you guys are freaking amazing as well. We will see you guys again next time. Let's send that raid off to I'm named AJ. Freaking awesome, dude. Really is. Really be cool to be able to show him some support here. Hey, thank you for the bits, Aussie. I appreciate you, man. As I said, YouTube, if you guys want to check it out, YouTube youtube.com/C/Random Planet. We are about 200 subs away from 15,000 over there. And that would be a cool goal to be able to hit by my birthday on April 18th. All right, with that, let's go ahead and send off the raid to Aussie Boy here. You have a fantastic, or excuse me, not to Aussie Boy, too. I am named AJ. All right, we'll see you guys again next time. Have a great one. Bye.